What's up, everybody? This your boy Pootah from PootahTV.com with my brother right here, Brandon Barnes. This is family right here. You don't understand. A lot of people I interview, you know, I meet them, celebrity, don't speak to them again. I talk to my brother on a daily basis. Brandon Barnes, the Melodic Way, man. What's going on?
What's going on, Pootah?
Hey, man, we got a lot of history, man.
We do.
We got a lot of history. What were some fun moments that we had together,
Some
man?
fun moments. I don't know. I probably have to think about that because it was a lot of.
We went to tour. A tour was good.
We went on tour. Yeah.
We went to Jacksonville, and I won't say her name, but that fight that escalated in the club, and you know what I'm talking about. And they were like, it's a VOD. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Jacksonville.
Okay, I'm thinking you talking about another state. Yeah, okay.
All right, man. And over this tour, man, we got like relatively close, man. So I met you, the first time I met you was, of course, at B100. You know, I remember the first time, the very first conversation you and I had, you said, your show sucks, when I was on radio. And it kind of, I took offense to it, but yet again, I'm like, man, you know, I talk a lot of crap about people on the radio, and I give such hard criticism for this guy to give me criticism. But you didn't just say your show sucks just to be mean, or, you know, you gave me critiques and things like that. And a lot of things, a lot of my success that I have thus far, and, you know, the popularity that I'm gaining is because of you and your mom. Your mom gave me the opportunity, and you kind of coached me along the way.
Wow.
So I want to get into your background. So, you know, how did you get started?
So it was music back in the bad boy days. I'm from New York, Queens to be exact. Okay. So working in the studio, y'all
He from Queens. He from Queens.
What part of Queens you from?
Cambria.
Okay, all right. See, I'm from Hollis. That's what's up. Well, really, I mean, my family's from Hollis, but I'm from, you know, Flushing. We go stick to that. But so starting off in the music business, I started off at the age of 14, just kind of playing around on the piano, doing voice lessons for a few people that ain't nobody really heard of or whatever. What happened is that I was placed around some people who really believed in me, and at that point, I became a vocal coach. My dad was the head of A&R for Bad Boy Records back then, so things just kind of went hand in hand with each other. But music was actually how I started in this.
Yeah, a music family, you know. From your mother to, you know, people that's around you. You know, one person that stuck out is Master P, you know. So, you know, first, a two-part question. How did you meet, and what lessons did, because I know he's very teachable, drop a lot of gems. What did he teach you from, you know, that you take with your clients and every day, and your everyday living and everyday business? Yeah.
So let's start with the first question. How did I meet him? One thing that a lot of people don't know is that I met Master P when I was young. First of all, I was very young. I probably had to be maybe 13, 14 at the time. That was a meeting. Tall, nice guy. Nothing that he probably would have remembered that would have stood out to him. But when I really got to know him, believe it or not, I was homeless. When I really got to know him. And when I tell you he is one of the most straightforward people ever, and he's one of the most patient people ever. Don't get me wrong, he's a real OG, but at the end of the day, he's about what I'm inspired by. He's going to take you in and he's going to teach you the game. He's going to teach you the business. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He don't just rush and work with everybody, and that's something that everybody doing now, and that's why everything is so messed up completely. But some of the things that he's instilled in me is basically to know your surroundings. Don't be quick to jump at everything and everybody.
One thing that I can say, because how I know you, you know, you're very standoffish, you know, you by yourself, you know, a lot of times. But one thing we want to clear up here on this is the fact that you're not this person that, I guess, television portray you to be. You know, a lot of people state that you're mean, you're an asshole, you know, you're not like that person. When I know you like that, like before I started my platform, you helped me out, you know, food, gas, a lot of different things. Say thank you. I'm very grateful for that.
No worries.
But how does that feel when you read comments and you see this stuff on television, how it plays out? How frustrating does that get to you? Because you're like, you're a caring asshole. I would say that.
Okay.
But scratch the Karen out when people just label you asshole, mean, and all of these negative notations?
Due to the fact that people see one side of me on TV, it doesn't bother me. At first, it irked the hell out of me. But then, I mean, how TV is that one, it's 6 of us on the cast. Okay, it's not the Brandon show, unfortunately, yet. But I tell people all the time, that's a side of me. I'm not gonna be like some of my cast members. Oh, that's not me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. No, what you see, I could be just like that. But y'all not seeing the whole truth to the situation. You see what I'm saying? You interviewing me, you could say some disrespectful stuff and I get up and knock the hell out of you. But guess what's just gonna make TV? Me knocking the hell out of you.
Yeah.
So people don't see the build up and all this other stuff. It used to bother the hell out of me. It doesn't. And that actually a conversation came from Waka. Waka was the one that told me and said, look, you did it. It's you. It's a side of you. But a lot of people are only going to be able to identify with what they see. At the end of the day, people who don't know nothing about this business are the main people that's telling me, you're mean. You're an asshole. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to talk to women. But the people who are in the business, who understand it, they don't have any problems with it. However, there are some people, I'm going to say it. People like Rico Love. You thought it was right to judge me off of a television show by calling me a clown ass nigga. That one cut me deep. Rico Love is a very talented individual. Writing skills are impeccable. I look up to him. That's the hard part about it. Forget everybody else. I'm not in this business to make friends. I'm in this business to create stars and put people in a position to win. Not just anybody, but the people who deserve it.
Had that conversation been had yet?
No, and it probably never will be. He's never reached out. You helped my sister-in-law with her project where you're helping her, excuse me. But at the end of the day, that's just that. But you kind of made me lose my train of thought when you interrupted me.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry.
My fault at that. But I think the craziest thing is that when you look up to somebody, such as me looking up to Rico Love for his talented writing skills and all of that, that one hurt me deep. Because I'm looking at him like, bro, you are in this industry. I don't know if you've ever been on TV, like in a reality format or whatever, but you know how they chop and edited things out. You know how they can paste things together. You know how they can create situations, they can create situations that never happen. So due to the fact that you went on somebody's public page and made that statement, this is why people have to know who they are and know their platform. Rico Love represents a positive image. And to me, it threw me off guard because the way that I look at it is that rather than you calling me a clown ass nigga, why not reach out to me and say, hey, what's going on? I don't know you, but what I'm seeing of you, I don't like. You could have did that if you speaking up for positivity. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't take his talent away. It doesn't change, my opinion on him. I still think he's one of the most talented people that I've ever saw. But at the end of the day, that's what hurt. Fuck all these people who want to be in the business who honestly would never probably make it. I don't give a damn about that. It's about your network. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the hard part about it. Having these people that are in the industry be bamboozled by what they see on TV.
So if you feel that way, why don't you try to reach out to him and explain? Because you don't have to explain it nothing to nobody. But why wouldn't you just reach out to him and give him your side, and maybe you guys can hash things up and let it be go?
Well, to be completely honest with you, it's not that big of a deal. You asked a question, and that was my answer.
Okay.
Would I want to sit down with them and get advice from him or hear what he has to say? That'd be cool, but he's a very busy person just like I'm a very damn busy person. At the end of the day, you don't sit around and wait on anybody. You don't sit around and wait on fires to be put out. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you got something to do, do it. When we cross paths with each other, as straightforward as I am going to say something. But it's not a matter of what I'm going to say. It's how I'm going to say it. And it's not in a disrespectful way, because like I told you, I don't have any bad whatever towards them. It's just that for the life of me, I didn't understand that coming from him. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So replaying back on the first season of Love and Hip Hop, it kind of made
Love and Hip Hop or Growing
Up Hip Hop.
Get it
I'm
right.
sorry.
You're all right.
All right. So looking back at Growing Up Hip Hop, it kind of seemed like it was like Brandon bad, and it made you seem like the bad, mean guy, getting into people's drama, and then you had your showcase, you know, and even though we talked off camera, you know, how great it was, but WeTV didn't portray it as such. Now, how did that, you know, because you was adamant about, you know, you wanted to prove to yourself along with your mother that you deserve to be here, and on camera it didn't turn out that way of how we had conversations about it. So how frustrating was that?
You know what the meaning of television is?
Tell lies to your vision.
There you go.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you have to understand the difference between TV reality and reality in life. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
Really, the quotation mark should have went with TV reality, excuse me. But at the end of the day, I don't have nothing to prove to my mom.
Okay.
My mom knows that all of her kids are talented. However, for television purposes, when you look at it, how do I put it like this? Not necessarily putting anybody down, but people aren't working as hard as they should be. Okay? So you have a young black man who is as flamboyant, big personality, confident in himself, and all this other BS. And he comes from a woman who stands on her own 2 feet. Excuse me. That's going to make good TV. You're not going to say whatever the hell you want to say to Debbie, but you're also not going to say whatever the hell you want to say to me. You see what I'm saying? The only way, in my opinion, that the producers felt that they could market it was to make it seem as if my mom and I were in competition with each other. Oh, I have something to prove to her. We don't have anything to prove to anybody. But on TV, watching it, that's how you would feel. They took a lot of our stuff and they made it seem like we don't know how to communicate. They made it seem like we're in competition with each other. They made it seem like she's going behind my back, taking people that I work with and all this other stuff. That wasn't our reality. That was something that the producers made our reality. That was something that Bow Wow signed off on to be our reality. And for the longest, that's why me and Bow had problems.
So how are you and your mother's relationship?
We are the typical mother and son. She's my godmother, but I mean, you know, she helped raise me. We do argue. However, we love on each other more. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't always agree on everything. It's the typical mother-son relationship. A lot of people want to say, oh, he's disrespectful to his mom, oh, he's this. But what about you and your mom let you smoke weed in her living room with her? Or didn't you just cuss out your mom? Or you haven't even talked to your mom in 3 years.
He's not talking about me in particular.
Right. Not you in particular. But it's like when you take the light and shine it on other people and highlight key things, nobody has anything to say. So I could be disrespectful or I could be respectful or whatever, however people want to put it. But at the end of the day, that's my mom. We do have a real life relationship. We don't always get along. I feel bad that the producers decided to capture us butting heads most of the time. But I mean, that's just that.
Now, how does it, because you guys are similar, aggressive,
yes.
passionate,
misunderstood.
Misunderstood, all of these things. And you guys tends to clash. And also it played out on the scene where Zonique was looking for a publicist or a manager, something like that, and it kind of played out right there. So how does these moments happen where you guys are just butting heads and it just play out on camera, or you guys just have disagreements about music or things like that?
Don't get me wrong. A disagreement happened. However, I'm gonna go back to this. What's the meaning of television?
Tell lies to your vision.
There you go. That's it. A disagreement happened, but it didn't happen the way they said that it happened. You see what I'm saying? What it is that believe it or not, when it comes to this business stuff, me and my mom really don't talk about our business with each other. She will tell you now, I don't know what the hell Brendan doing. I don't know what the hell he got going on.
Just like I asked you questions about her, and you were like, I don't know.
And I mean, and that's just that. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Even when you ask me if I know some of the things, it's none of your damn business at times. However, some of the other stuff that you ask me, I really genuinely don't be knowing. Why? Because she's busy doing her and I'm busy doing me. Just like Waka's busy doing him, Woo's busy doing him, Mo's busy doing Mo. Kwame is busy doing Kwame, and Woo is doing him. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, you just got to take it for what it is. And stop asking me all the damn time what the hell she doing. Because like I said, it's none of your damn business. If you want to know, ask her. That's your aunt. Text her, call her, hit her up. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know, when it comes to this music business, one of the things that I find so funny is that me and her actually agree on a lot of stuff. It's just that she's saying it one way and I'm saying it the other way. And with both of us being so aggressive, it's like when I say something, you have to understand what I'm saying. Because I get what I'm saying. And that's not right. But that's how her and I are. We working on it. But, you know, like I said, we saying the same thing.
But with her as, you know, a mogul and in a business, you know, outside of looking in, I'm not speaking to me, I'm just saying outside of looking in, it seems like with her, and when she's giving you advice, you talk more than you listen. What would you say to that?
I think at times I do. You're absolutely right. One thing about me, I'm straight up. I'm not going to give you excuses. It's like this. I love my mom. I respect my mom. I don't view my mom how you might view my mom. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
In my opinion, you're not always right. In my opinion, you're not always wrong. You see what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with mother and son in this business, this is what I really want to talk about. People think that shit on Empire is real. That shit on Empire is not real. It's not going to be perfect business and you keep your family, you know, relationships separate and blah, blah, blah.
As far as the perception that they put on the television.
Yeah. Right. Shit like that ain't real. It ain't nobody fucking living like that. Motherfuckers are still dodging bill collectors. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, when it comes to me and my mom, the hardest thing for us to do is separate our business from our personal. We don't talk about our business. However, when it comes up, if I'm dealing with somebody, because how it is, we work hand in hand. For example, she's managing Johnny Blaze. I'm Johnny Blaze's vocal coach. And I do stage presence with her and all this other kind of development, whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But initially, that's her artist. If I'm working with Johnny, my mom is going to let me do whatever the hell I got to do with Johnny. As long as Johnny is looking good, sounding good on that damn stage and doing whatever she needs to be doing to pick up a deal or whatever the hell it might be, me and my mom don't have any problems. What comes into factor is that if Johnny get on stage and she's not sounding too good, or ain't no song been wrote in I don't know how long, or we haven't laid down the song, then me and my mom have a problem. Because then it's, well, what did you do? And mind you, I'm always on my game. What you mean what I did? I did this. Not to say that this is real.
Yeah.
But, for example, Johnny might not have showed up, which never happens. She's always there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, that's where our conflicting, you know, comes from.
Do you think you're overbearing? Like,
But what?
as far as with people, like as far as knowing boundaries and things of that sort?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. No, like you just said, I'm a standoff. I stay to my damn self. So if you coming around me and you constantly want to put yourself in my bubble, you're gonna have to be able to take me. I'm never just gonna go up to a random person and give them some real shit, real advice, whatever you want to call it. However, if you ask me, that becomes something different.
Because what I see, a lot of the comments, you know, no, I know you personally. I'm not gonna take away from that.
I ain't worried
but
about it.
when I see a lot of these comments, you know, they say, "Damn, he want to be the stylist. He want to be the vocal coach. He want to be all of these things." You
Right.
know, so you know, and that kind of gets a little over. Do you think it kind of get overwhelming for the artist?
It is overwhelming. However, you know the real meaning of television. By now, everybody should. You have to understand what really happened.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? The reality is this. Me and Zanique, that's my baby. Love her to death. However, the truth wasn't told on that. Was I hired to be her vocal coach by her mom? Absolutely. However, throughout Zanique and I talking, other things were expressed more than just vocals. Am I a stylist? Hell no. But if you come to me and you tell me, I don't want to look like this anymore. I said, why? Oh, well, because people are saying this, they're saying that, they're going in on me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so don't dress like that anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, when I walk into a photo shoot and you looking like what you told me you didn't want to look like, I'm going to say something. And it's not necessarily that I have a problem with it, but I have to have an understanding of what happened.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You know, so that's what they didn't show on TV.
Now, were you and Regine? How are you and Regine now?
Believe it or not, me and Regine are cool. One of the things, and I'm glad that you asked me that, because one of the things is that Regine and I are alike in a lot of ways. We both are very opinionated. That's just that. We are both very passionate when it comes to things that we love. Regine is actually my favorite cast member on the show because she's going to say what she want to say, and she's a say it like you mean the type of person. I am too. The problem started because I felt like Regine didn't mind her business. You see what I'm saying? It's all good that you're taking up for your friend, but you're taking up for your friend not necessarily knowing what happened.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But other than that, it's no disrespect. Like, we good.
What about the backlash from the helping her father career? How much backlash did you receive from just off of that statement? Because that same scene, it played out the whole season, the whole storyline of you. Now, how much backlash did you get from that?
Honestly, to be completely honest with you, I received a lot of both. And I thought that was so crazy because it was a statement that was made out of anger. Regine and I, we knew of each other, but we never, well, I ain't gonna lie and say that. We probably physically met maybe like 2 times before the show. You see what I'm saying? So with her not full-blown knowing me, but I'm knowing everything about you because she was way bigger than me. She's been on the internet and all this other stuff or whatever, on shows and whatnot. I knew how to push her buttons, but I never would have went there. She said the one thing that got to me. Who are you? You are nobody. I didn't like the way that made me feel. Because I helped put this cast together for one. Deb's my godmom, but I'm still sitting here in this room with all of y'all. And not to mention, and once again, it's not just Regine, but not to mention, in all honesty, I would probably outwork all of y'all. Why? Because I'm sitting here. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
With y'all. And going to continue to sit here with y'all. That's what it was for me. So when I made the statement, it was out of anger. Although, in some ways, when you look at it, I'm pro-black, just to be honest with you. And this is how I feel. We can teach our people, that being dark-skinned is beautiful. Be confident. Being natural is beautiful. That's being confident. Being a nerd, being a brainiac is great. That's having confidence in yourself. But what about just being confident in yourself in general? You see what I'm saying? Did I mean as if, I could have helped his career financially and blah, blah, blah? Absolutely not. But who's to say that I can't do anything that I put my mind to? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people will probably hear that and be like, whatever, he just saved that. It's not about saving it, but that's just real. You could have fucking helped me. You see what I'm saying? Not to say if you say it, it's malicious or anything, but that's just the reality of it. We never know. You never know who's the next big whatever. Unfortunately, I'm confident in my damn self. And the only reason why I say unfortunately is because so many people misunderstand that. A lot of people misperceive it as being cocky. Or, he think he all that. He think he this. He think he that. Maybe for those reasons, that's why I'm where I'm at. And that's why y'all watching me from where y'all at. You see what I'm saying? It's not about being overly aggressive. It's about living in your truth. I know that I'm blessed. I know that I'm highly favored. Does that make me arrogant?
I mean, no.
Huh?
I mean, nah. You confident.
Okay.
People confuse confidence with arrogance and things of that sort.
And the people who confuse that with that, It's a self-reflection of them. Let's not forget, you're talking to somebody with a degree in psychology. Everything I do, it isn't right, but there's a plan for absolutely everything that I have going on.
I want to get to that in a minute, but I want to ask you, with the state that Lil Wayne is in, how can you help his career?
Once again, when that comment was made, it was out of anger.
Okay, it wasn't meant to be taken.
No, I just said that because I knew it was going to make her feel how she made me feel.
She's overprotective of her father.
Yeah, and that's what it was. And once again, it doesn't make it right, and I'm grown enough to admit that. But in that moment, I'm thinking, girl, you better stop, because not a lot of people know who I am. And the only thing I kept seeing in my head was Reginae Carter checks Brandon Barnes. I knew it was going to be a big thing. So I said, oh no, I got to say something. I have to say something. And that's what it was. But it was never no disrespect. I listened to Lil Wayne. Do I think that he is a legend? That's debatable. But once again, when you look at the people who I have in my phone, you would understand that. I have Lil Wayne in my phone, but I have more people than just... I have more songs from different people.
Yeah.
Other than that. Lil Wayne is great. You can't take away nothing. You can't take away anything from him. And unfortunately, it just had to be Reginae and I who went there. But then, mind you, me and her really didn't have problems after that. That was the show hyping it up, dragging it along. Me and her, by that time, we was like, look, okay, you said what you said, I said what I said, okay, fine, whatever. It was good. But when you got producers saying this and doing this and setting you up and all this other stuff, there's no telling how things are going to go down.
So you guys made an interesting comment, when you was talking about confidence and dealing with, our black people and things of that sort. Your brother was in the headlines the other day on Sway. He was saying that he's not black. How did you take any offense to that, or what can you interpret, to make everybody else sees what he's seeing?
To be completely honest with you, I didn't take offense to it. And it's not because that's my god brother or anything. What people have to understand is your levels of understanding. Okay? Imagine levels of understanding being steps. If you're on step 35 and I'm on step 7, I'm not going to be able to understand where you're coming from. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that. It's levels to this, to getting up there. Waka isn't black. Truth be told, I don't think my family is black. And that's just being real. You take those tests and you see what your blood results come back and all this other stuff, or whatever, your genealogy test, you might not be black. Make sense what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think a lot of people take the stuff that Waka is saying and just blow it up because they don't understand it. And that's why it's so important for people like you, Charlemagne, Flex, Envy, Yee, all these people, Wendy Williams. Y'all are in a position of empowerment. And truth be told, y'all didn't ask for this type of power because a lot of people don't necessarily know their power or how to access it. But a platform that you have a lot of people watching you. Your job is to get the information, right?
Yes.
That people really want to know, right?
Voice of the people.
Makes sense. But what Denzel Washington said is completely true. Everybody want to be first, but don't nobody want to be accurate. And that's why so many people out here, I sound just like Debbie now, right? That's so crazy. But it's so many people out here that misunderstand things. Why? Because people putting all this stuff out there just any kind of way. Because it's just going to make headlines. You see what I'm saying? Waka isn't black. Debbie isn't black. My god brother Wu is dark as a motherfucker, but guess what? He's not black. Know who you are. And don't get me wrong, our skin tone technically is not black.
Wow.
When you do your research on that, go look up and see why people call us black. And tell me if you're going to refer to yourself as black. You see what I'm saying? But that's just that. It's just, and I got what he was saying even when it came to the word nigga. People use nigga. But what is nigga? Don't get me wrong. People called us back in the day niggers. But that's not even the proper word or the proper way to say it. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? Cambodians say nigga. They say it amongst themselves. Hispanics say the same thing. Like Walker said, you don't hear about that stuff until you come over here. Until you watch TV, until you get on the internet.
So, a lot of people don't know, you do have 2 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
St. John's.
I didn't go to no St. John's.
Let me say you went to St. John's.
I didn't go to no St. John's. I went to NYU.
NYU, okay.
And Full Sail.
Oh, and Full Sail. And was it? Where's Full Sail in Florida?
Full Sail, Winter Park, Florida. Yes.
Okay, all right. So you got from NYU.
He said St. John's. You tried me on that.
Jay, St. John's, NYU, Jay.
It's not the same damn difference.
Okay, but we in the same NY with the same area codes. But we just gonna keep it pushing.
Absolutely not. You're wrong about that too. But go ahead.
Okay, so you got from NYU psychology degree. Mm-hmm. So how much of that?
St. John's is by him. Okay. That's by Flushing.
Okay, so from NYU to psychology degree, how is that a gift that you're giving to while you're developing artists and how you're creating stars?
So one of the things that is not necessarily highlighted in the music community is mental health.
I seen that when you said on Sway about mental health.
I'm a big believer in, you can't come to me and tell me that you're the next greatest entertainer, but you don't know who you are as a person, and you don't know who you are as an entertainer. If you don't know who you are as a personal person, your music is going to be all over. Your poetry is going to be all over. Your art, whatever the hell it is. You see what I'm saying? That's just that. When you really dig into music and look at the things that music does for people, you go through a breakup, initially with girls, when they go through a breakup, it's that one song that they listen to. And unfortunately, that one song gets them through in some kind of weird-ass way. As smart as I am, I haven't figured out that just yet. You see what I'm saying? For a guy, you want to go to the gym and work out, you need some music that's going to pump you up, right? Music has all these influences on our lives that we don't necessarily know about. Make sense what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's very important for the entertainer, because I hate the word artist, I think it's important for the entertainer to know who they are. When you know who you are, you can still make the type of music that you want to make, but you have a basic understanding. But what a lot of people are afraid of is that once they know the truth about themselves, it's going to change everything. Make sense what I'm saying? So with me doing artist development, I do it a little different. I have to tap into who you are as an individual. When I first met you, it wasn't me telling you that your show sucked just because it sucked, but I had to have an understanding of you. How's he going to react to this? Is he opening to listen, to hear what I have to say? I've watched you sit back and interview people, and you do go in on people. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Can he take that? Can he take what the hell he dish out? You did it. Sometimes it was a headache. You had not even questions. You was telling me how it went, because I was always telling you, I don't have any interest in that stuff. I don't want to do that. That's not me. And you was just, you could tell that your energy was just like, well, if you don't want to do this, then why are you trying to tell me how to do it? But it's not that. Once you have something in you, you have to exercise that and truly go off on it. You see what I'm saying? So it's just that. Once you have an understanding of you and you tapping into that, it's still a long way to go. But guess what? Charlamagne is still tapping into who he is. Charlamagne done completely did a 360. When you look at him, he's still Charlamagne. Yeah. But he's nowhere near what he was. And that's not a bad thing. That's a wonderful thing. That's a beautiful ass thing. But he's growing. He's still talking his shit here and there. He's an entertaining motherfucker at the end of the day. You have that same potential. You just have to tap into it for yourself and find your niche.
So back into tapping in, to people, how difficult it is as far as like Johnny Blaze, who have been through a lot, on the camera and off the camera and personally, how hard is it to tap into that person to give them over to the next home?
Well, to be honest with you, is levels to tapping into people. I tap into her from the vocal perspective and the emotion perspective. Tapping into everything else, she's not my artist. She's my client. She's my mom's artist. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that she has to do.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about auditions. You've been in Charlotte. You've been in Atlanta. You did LA. You did LA. Coming back to Atlanta, have you seen any talent that's worth having?
Actually, yes. Not in every state, but maybe that's just due to lack of people hearing about it. You see what I'm saying? But this specific audition that I'm doing now in Atlanta, the people have to be here, or they have to be able to be here. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm looking for a group. I don't know if it's going to be a girl group, a guy group, or even a damn co-ed group. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking for singers who can sing and dance. I'm always looking for people, because I've started my label now, Melodics Way Entertainment. So I'm looking for people who have talent. However, my focus now is groups. It's no group out there doing what they're supposed to be doing. You got Fifth Harmony out there, and don't get me wrong, they doing that, but they're in their own market. Mm-hmm. What we really need, not to say that I'm gonna be the one to bring back R&B group, but I want to bring back music that's truly gonna make you feel good. Mm-hmm. Looking for 5 individuals who truly believe in themselves. The problem that I'm running into is that everybody here in Atlanta, well, not everybody, I'm gonna say 90%, 95%, 99% of the people here in Atlanta, they feel like they already made it. They feel like because their song is playing on an internet radio station, they already made it. You'd be surprised how many people I've had that have DM'd me and told me, well, I'm going to come, but I'm not going to be in a group because I'm a solo artist. And I write back and say, who are you? Not to be mean, but who are you? Because when I look at your Instagram, you only have 72 followers, and I'm not making this up. I'm being dead honest. Somebody had 72, somebody had 150, somebody had 2,000 followers. What are you doing? Not to say that you're a nobody, but don't step to me like you soaring in this business and you already successful. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense to me. So that's the problem that I'm running to now. Everybody think that they've already made it. Not everybody think they somebody, because everybody is somebody, but everybody just think they already made it.
Thought about you last week, 2 weeks ago. Me and my girlfriend, we was watching one of those shows where people was performing, and the group Final Draft was on there, and you was working with them too, right?
Yeah, I worked with them for a little bit.
Yeah, and that were those some of the same problems that you was running into?
What do you mean?
As far as people thinking they made it, and
With Final Draft?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I thought it was some sort of drama or some turmoil.
One thing about Final Draft is that they have an understanding of where they want to go. You see what I'm saying? Dealing with them, it was a voice lesson. You see what I'm saying? That was just that. They have an understanding of who they are as a group, the type of music they want to make as a group, and that's that. That's not something that I'm interested in. And really, truth be told, they're my cousins. Their family is very close to our family. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, you have to know in this business what you believe in and roll with. You have to do it. What I believe in and I roll with, I have to do it. Not to say that I don't believe in them, because I know that they can go far and all that. But it's just that I'm not on the same page as far as what they're doing as far as groups. You see what I'm saying? They sing their ass off. They doing everything that they have to do, and they doing it right because they making moves. Been making moves. But now the rest of the world is going to get to see what I've been seeing for the past 4 years. You see what I'm saying? So I'm so happy for them. But it's no drama. It's just that you got to know what's for you and what's not for you. You see what I'm saying? I like Lady Gaga, but I wouldn't know how to fucking package her and develop her and put her out to the world. I would have to step back and pass on that one.
A couple years ago, I asked you this question, but now you've seen more, experience way more. So I'm going to ask again, what makes a star?
If I'm right, my answer would be the same. You don't know. I can sit up here and say consistency, loyalty, talent, smartness, or intelligence, whatever you want to call it. I can say all of that, but at the end of the day, you never know. To be a star is to have that it factor. What the hell is the it factor? Bingo. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I personally believe that if you truly believe in you will star. Some people have to have other people tell them, you are a star, you're going to do this. But guess what? If I'm the one behind you dictating every move and this, that, and the third, blah, 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 you're not a star. You're a shell, for one. I'm the star. Make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A star isn't somebody that's well known. A star isn't somebody who got all this money and all this other stuff. A star is somebody who can get up knowing that we literally living in hell and they still operating throughout this world. That's a star to me.
Now, by you developing your own label, what comes first to you, talent or image?
Talent. Image is something that could always be changed. I don't think your image is right now, but you're still doing your damn thing. Make sense what I'm saying?
Right. You're throwing a lot of shots at me, man.
It's not shot. Listen, it's being real.
Yeah, y'all just fucking
being real.
Just playing, man.
But seriously, your image.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. Hey, it is what it is.
Go ahead, you'll get it.
Now, so what can we expect on this upcoming season of Growing Up Hip Hop?
On this season of Growing Up Hip Hop, we actually just started filming. And it's a lot.
Thus far.
It's a lot. Even in the first freaking episode, it's a lot. Because obviously, we have to pick up from where we left off. And everybody is going to get to see, once again, how everybody is, that side or whatever they choose to focus on. But we really getting into what we do. It's still drama, but now it's on a completely different level.
How are your relationships with the cast from Growing Up Hip Hop Hollywood?
My relationships with the cast members from the LA show, it's good. I mean, it's all right. I don't have no problems with Romeo. I don't have no problems with Angela. The one that I really took close to was Brianna. She's misunderstood just like I'm misunderstood. But when you meet her in person and you sit down and talk to her, it's a lot of stuff that her and I have in common. We both know what it's like to be homeless. We both know what it's like to have to grind have to grind for ourselves. It's so much stuff there that a lot of people don't know. But also, in the way that we have amazing defense mechanisms. It's just, you have to be. That was a question you should have asked me, truth be told. As far as the bullying and the mean stuff, not to say that you did bad or anything, but it's like a lot of people won't understand how this business really is until they get into it. You remember when the show aired and I called you and I was like, people saying this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And I was laughing about some of the stuff, but some of the stuff was actually getting to me.
Yeah.
You just made the shade room the other day. How do it feel? It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
But how did those comments make you feel?
I was in the hot seat, and some of them, we laughed at, and some of them, kind of took personal. But, then I put another reminder in my head: if these people don't know you personally, don't take it personal. So I just kind of brushed it off.
But that's hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
That's hard to do. Yeah. You can say after a while, but that stuff is hard.
Because then you start thinking about it like, damn, am I really like this? Am I really this way?
But you know what? You shouldn't do that. If you know who you are, you wouldn't be going through all that stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But one of the hardest things that a lot of people don't tell the truth about is how hard it is to let that stuff slide. You're not going to say whatever you want to say to me. I don't give a damn what the hell you seen on TV. That's just that. Some people you do have to respond back to. And then others, half of the people that leave stuff on my page, when you go to their profile, it's like no profile picture, no followers, but they follow like 3,057 people.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to respond back to you? I don't even know who you are. You're a ghost at this point. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So it's like, okay, whatever. Now, when you go and when it's people with, thousands of followers and all this other stuff, you're like, nah, can't let you get away with it.
Yeah, you got to come back because they got to follow him.
Exactly. You have to say something. So, I mean, that's just that. But a lot of people now are followers. It baffles me that people will come, like when the whole situation with me and Zonique or me and Regine, when all that stuff went on, people coming on my page saying stuff as if this was their family, their best friends or whatever. But the craziest thing is that our families all have respect for each other. Nobody from their family approached me in a negative way. Nobody from my family approached them in a negative way. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Was it something that was talked about? Yeah, but it never got big or drama. People blow things up and make things worse than what they really are. But you're taking up for somebody who you don't know, and they don't even know you. And honestly, if you caught any of us on a bad day, you might get cussed out. So then do that make you say, you know what? I don't like them no more. But why did you like me in the first place? Because of what TV told you about me?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Now we're gonna wrap it up, man. We can talk for hours, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're gonna do some comment reactions and get your feedback on that. That's cool. All right, man. My boy Brandon Barnes, where they can Growing Up Hip Hop next year sometime. Okay.
January.
October, October 24th.
Okay.
We write for Melodic's Way auditions.
Yeah.
All right. So where can they find the information at?
All that stuff is posted on my website. It's www.melodicsway.com, or just go to my Instagram. I am Brandon Barnes.
All right.
Information posted.
PootahTV.com. Hey, y'all check it out, man. Anything can happen. Salute. In the meantime, follow my Instagram, official Pootah, my Snapchat, Pootah, and my Twitter, official Pootah. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel, PootahTV. Watch an interview or two. Tell a friend and tell a friend. In the meantime, between time, peace, love, and happiness.